Who are you when things don't go your way? Welcome back to this week's BCB Sunday Huddle. And this is an important question we must ask ourselves. Who are we when things don't go our way? When we have obstacles and challenges and frustrations and setbacks, that's when we learn about ourselves. It's not really a matter of if it'll happen, it's a matter of when it'll happen. And this is really important. I see it all the time now in life, in my own life. I see it as a parent, I see it as coaching. We just finished our first week of travel ball practices, and it was a great week. But during these practices, and we haven't really even cranked it up where there is a lot of adversity right now, but I did see some moments this week when some of the guys really struggled when there was a little bit of friction, when there was a little bit of adversity, and they were really restricted in how they performed once it hit because they don't have the mental, emotional, tools to deal with it and be able to move on to the next play. And when I've had frustrations in my life, and I've had several of them personally, professionally, as a young person, when I look back on it, it was so important for my growth. So important. Now, in the moment, not always. You don't always know how to handle it, and you have to go through it. You have to have that friction. You have to have that tension that helps make you a better person, a better player, a better in whatever area of life. I think back to University of Virginia, and I may have shared this in a previous video, but they got beat in the first round a few years ago as a number 1 seed. It never happened. A number 16 seed beats a number 1, and they got beat. And I love what Tony Bennett, his poise afterwards, and saying, adversity is a painful gift. Yeah, adversity is a painful gift. He said it gives you something that nothing else would give you. And what they learned in that moment of losing, of the humiliation, of the embarrassment that they learned that year when they were the 1 seed, losing to the 16, it gave them the strength, it gave them the understanding, it gave them the awareness to be able to go out the very next year and win the national championship. The first time ever Virginia wins a national championship. Think about that, a painful gift. How are you approaching your adversity right now? Some of you are going through something right now. Are you approaching it as woe is me and the walls are caving in? Or can you look at it and say, this is a gift. This is exactly what I'm in right now, is what I need to be in. This is what the position that God has put me in so that I can learn and become a better version of myself. It's important. So that's my challenge. Players, if you're watching this, embrace the adversity, embrace the challenges in your life when you're 0 for 7 at halftime, when the coach is on you, when you're not playing very much, you're at the end of the bench. Embrace it, because inside of there, if you learn to find it and you learn to work through it, that's what's going to drive you to become who you need to be and who you're called to be. So I'm excited for y'all to go out and embrace adversity, handle it, overcome it, and become a better version of yourself. Have a great rest of your week. See you in the gym soon.